before we get into the video, for those of you who have not seen the original video of the BET interview Eric did and all of that, click the playlist link in the description below. Go ahead and watch that video, and then this video will make sense. Yeah, watch that video first, and then this one will make sense. All right.
Everything's greater later. A lot of people want the front end, want the instant gratification, but sometimes you got to sacrifice on the front end to get what you need on the back end. And everybody not going to agree with what you do and how you do and what you say. It's all right. They're not supposed to, because they're not you and you're not them. So y'all don't think, feel, or sometimes be on the same frequency level. So at the end of the day, live for you. Just don't let the outside world contaminate who you are on the inside. Because some things are just out of your control. Only control what you do and what you say and how you feel. And no one's perfect. Be great. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to get off here, I just felt like I just released that into the universe.
What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Timmy News. I felt like it was fair, since I talked about the interview and Rachel and Eric, it's fair that I post his response, close this chapter, and move on to our lovely couple, Brian and Rachel, and all of the positive things that's going on in their life. I mean, you watched the live. Basically, Eric went on live to talk about something completely different. He was talking about overcoming fears. He's a motivational speaker, excluding being a fitness trainer. He travels and do speaking engagement and things like that. So that's why he went on live for. He wasn't on live to even address what's going on. But while he was on live, people started to make comments, how dare you let that article go through, basically coming for him. And like I said in the last video, Eric was very respectful in the interview. Every time he was asked about Rachel, he said nothing bad about her. He was very, very respectful. So, and I also pointed out that it's not his fault that the article was written the way that it was. I also pointed out that he's in a tight spot and probably not trying to burn the bridge, he's trying to build, he's built with BT and the connections and all of that, especially for his brand, his business and things like that. So it was like, okay, the article was poorly written, but do I sacrifice my career and what I'm trying to do to defend someone who's over there on that side living their best life with their fiance? So you know what? Silence is golden. I'm just going to be quiet and hopefully this thing blow over. Maybe, Eric privately, he doesn't owe Brian and Rachel any explanation. He doesn't, owe them anything. But maybe he privately handled it, And even Rachel defended him on Twitter while being, funny. She defended him and saying, well, if you guys have to uplift him while you tear me down. She also even wrote about Eric being a stand-up guy and that the article being written the way it was took away from the guy that he is. So there's no bad blood, nothing like that. But I do understand how people are very passionate, about their Brachel, Brian and Rachel R&B. So I understand the passion of people, coming for Eric, even though it's not his fault. But I also on the side of right, wrong is wrong, right is right, and if somebody's doing wrong, you have to speak up. But in this case, Eric is not trying to be the hero as it relates to Brian and Rachel while sacrificing his career. So no hard feelings there, blessings and more power to Eric. As you see, he said, people make mistakes. Sometimes people have to make moves and it's not for you to understand, and hey, if this is the move he had to make, kudos to him. He's, he went on Twitter after the backlash and all of this, back and forth, and he, did tweet, you can't please everybody, which is true, you can't please everybody. And this person made a comment, don't ever let the media use you to tear down Rachel. The interview should have been about you and only you. Now, I'm sure with all of the pictures and the questions and everything, Eric 100% knew it was about him. The things that the writer wrote did not come from Eric. It was in her intro trying to get to him was when she wrote all of those hateful things. Eric didn't say that Rachel and Brian relationship is an epic fail or that he was the one that got away, even though he have said in an interview before that Brian was Rachel's second choice and Peter was her first. Hey, Peter is his guy, I get it, but in that particular interview, all of the hate were things that were included and did not come from Eric. So, I'm not gonna say anything negative about him. After that person made that comment, the next day came about, new day, how you feeling? On the outside, there can be a lot of chaos. Just keep calm on the inside. A lot of chaos, and basically, there's a firestorm on his social media pages of people just coming for him. People also went on these are from Eric page. Your article was mind-blowing in time when black women. This is actually from Rachel and Brian fans and just people in general of the show, fans in general of the shows that went to the writer's page. Your article was mind-blowing. In a time when black women must lift each other up, we have another black girl rat tearing a black woman down just because she chose to follow her heart and choose love. If you didn't agree with Rachel's choice, fine, but you should have acted like a journalist and tried to be neutral. You interviewed Eric, right? Don't you think your article should have focused mainly on him? You disappointed me as a black woman. Black women are unique individuals. We should band together to lift all of us up, but your ignorant self couldn't even do that. I hope you are fired from at BET because you have proven you don't have the skills to make it as an editor or anyway in journalism. Yeah, BET is not going to fire her. They like the drama. She ain't going nowhere. This other person wrote, for someone whose platform, this is for Eric, for someone whose platform is miracle season and who's supposed to be uplifting, you seem to be falling in the trap of doing interviews with people with shady motives and agenda. I wonder why. This seems like a pattern. Not every exposure is good exposure. This article did not touch on why you would have made a great bachelor at all. However, we are now seeing why America is not ready for a black bachelor. You should have never promoted an article that badges your former love interest. You claim that she taught you how to love, right? Moreover, Rachel and Brian have always said kind words about you when they could have mentioned the immaturity you display on the show in the beginning. I hope they have the discernment to keep you and others like you at a distance. All the best to you and your positivity. Practice what you preach. Okay, Eric, you a great guy, but the article took away from you by bashing Rachel. Rachel has every right to be upset. Her name was mentioned in a negative manner without her being interviewed. Remember, Rachel was the bachelorette. Without the show, Eric would have not been known, would have yet known around the world. The show made him popular. The article, though, really portrays a different you. No need to endorse something that tears a person down to build you up. Shameful. Yes, this article should have been only about Eric, even though Eric was my choice for Rachel. That didn't happen, so the article should be only about him. He should be the bachelor if he wanted to do that. I'm not planning on watching the upcoming season, and I have missed an episode of an Eric season. Okay, your pictures on the article are great. While the article was about you or should have been about you, the writer concentrated so much on her disapproval for Rachel's relationship choices and all her biased opinion of all her season's failures, from ratings to everything else. What she failed to do, though, is give us reasons why you think you would have made a great black bachelor. And since Rachel is bashed for choosing love over color, it would Be interesting to see your choice of women for your season. Would it be only black women casted? What color is love to you, Eric? I didn't get to read about what Eric thinks, only the writer's opinions to why were you interviewed in the first place. Just in my opinion, that article was a mess. And then there's more comment here. Eric, how can you thank BT for writing an article that tried tearing down a black person for their love choice when you have admitted to making the same choices in your dating life? Serious question. Did you basically go ahead and read the rest? This person, BT, the article you wrote about Eric hit the target but missed the mark. When are we going to learn that you never tear down one person of color while trying to lift another? Go ahead and read all of that. It's a lot. I'm not going to read it all. And then, those are the comments of people going back and forth. It's a lot more on Rachel's and Brian page. I'm not going to get into all of that, but basically I just wanted to bring you guys Eric's response and how he was feeling, all of that. And I'm just going to go ahead and close it here, man. Hey, to Rachel and Brian, stay strong. It's not easy. They did say that on Dean podcast, but stay strong, man. The hate is real, but continue to show love, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with standing up for yourself if you feel like something is wrong. I give my opinion. You can give your opinion without being disrespectful, rude, or degrading to anyone, and that's the same way how I respond to everyone. I'm very, very respectful when I respond. So feel free to leave your comments. Thank you for all of the love. Leave this video a thumbs up, then subscribe and all of that. Okay, my Vina loves, I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.